All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Xbox. I am your host, Axel1324.
And I am Cool Cat Terry.
That's right. And welcome to the show, the celebration show. Thank God it's over. But before we talk about it being over, let's check in with the iconic chat. Crazy Greek Dude was in 58 minutes away. Wow. Crazy Greek Dude, shout out to you. Thank you so much for watching. You are the real MVP. We got my brother Doggy Dog 420 coming in. Thank you so much for joining us, Doggy Dog. You are the real MVP. Crazy Group Dude says, "Good morning. Two good things about today. I don't have to work. That's always great. And the Broncos can't lose." No lies detected, my guy. No lies detected. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer jumps in saying, "Not sure if I can make it, but I will say congrats to all gamers now that ABK deal is done." Yes, we are going to definitely talk about that. And what's up, Axel? Shout out from It's Timid. Thanks so much for joining us. It's Timid. You are the real MVP. We got Jacob Novik coming in. Thank you so much for joining us, Jacob. He says, "Hi, all. What's going on, Jacob? Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP." And Cheo Walker joins in. He says, "Welcome to the new era of gaming." That's right. Cannot wait to talk about it here in a while. And Graphic God. Oh, Cheo Walker, you are also the real MVP. And shout out to Graphic God. He says, "Morning, fam. Good morning, Graphic God. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP." Woo! Lots of MVPs here today. So, Terry, what have
Yes.
you been playing this week? This amazing ABK week.
All right. So I finally was able to start Assassin's Creed Mirage, and I was able to play that for a little bit. And so that's exciting. I'm looking forward to getting more into that. I'm not a fan of the combat. They kind I don't really like the way the combat is, but I'm hoping as I level up and get more skills, I'll attuned to it better. But right now, it's like I have zero stamina and I can't even swing a weapon, and I'm just having to run around in circles to try to avoid everything.
Cardio,
So,
Terry. Cardio.
so, uh, so yeah. Hopefully, it improves as I level up. But so I dived into that, and then I'm still kind of messing around with Starfield a little bit, trying to I got to the quest called Revelation in the main story. I haven't played it yet, but that's where I stopped. So I'm just kind of back to focusing on other nonsense. Like I'm going out of my way to try to find quests now because I know I'm getting really close to the end of the main story, and I haven't hit level 50 yet, and I'm like I really got to get like my skills up, because if there's any major boss fights or anything, I'm gonna get decimated because I'm not ready. So I'm like I gotta find stuff. So,
Yeah,
but
I feel you there on Starfield. I'm level 20 something still.
what?
Yeah. I spend too much time just running around. I need to spend more time questing.
I guess because like I feel like you have more game hours than me, and I am in the 40s.
Yeah, no, I do a lot of just exploring. Like I'm spending a vast majority of my time exploring.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, so
just going
yeah.
planet to planet, finding, ooh, there's a good spot to take a picture.
Oh god, I
Yeah.
haven't done that at all. I'm not really into the exploration part. Like I like visiting a new planet for quests. I don't want to just go there to scan rocks. That's so like the survey quests. I don't even bother with them anymore because they bore me to tears. Like I don't want to survey planets. Like I don't.
There was I saw an article that somebody 100% surveyed every planet.
I don't know how you can do
Took
that.
like 300 hours.
God,
And Terry, there was 1,800 planets.
ridiculous.
So there you go. There you go. So yeah, there's a lot on Starfield. I couldn't imagine surveying every planet. I don't know if I ever will.
I've surveyed a handful of planets, and
Mm-hmm.
each one was torture. I don't want to do it. Like I hate surveying the planets. I just want to do quests. So I go out of my way. I look for. So now when I scan a planet, I'm looking for very specific things. If it has a civilian outpost that's already pre-discovered, or something like that, because those always have a quest. So here, rescue this idiot who got injured in a cave over and over and over again, because this game that has a lot of rehashing. So it's always do that, or ask take our workers to another place. It's like mix and repeat, but it's like it's an easy like 100 and what is it? It's always like 170 some like XP for each one. So I'm like, knock it out. You don't take.
Yeah, or it's like, hey, we left our data stuff over there, but I'm scared to go get it.
Like,
Can you go get our data?
You left it there. But okay.
Yeah, that one. I like that one. Let's see. Shout out to Black Carter for joining us. It says, what's up, guys? What's going on, Black Carter? Thank you so much for joining us. Chill Walker brings up a great point. He says 9 watching, so there should be 9 likes. Absolutely, guys. Be sure to hit that like button. It helps us get discovered, especially on the For You or the gaming section of YouTube Live. And of course, if you're new and you enjoy the show, be sure to subscribe. Tell a friend. It really helps us. Let's see. Jacob Novick says, I've been playing from space on Xbox Game Pass, loving it. Nearly addicted. Yes. And Chair Walker says, I'm level 41. Dang, I got to bring my Starfield game up. I'm being looked by everybody. And let's see. Jacob Novick says, Cool Cat Terry, the annoying part of Mirage is that you'll get skill points without leveling up. That bar is non-existent.
How was that annoying to just constantly get skill points? like that's great.
Right.
And yet ways you can get to all the good stuff and you can use it longer before the game ends.
Okay. So let's break into our first. I literally just lost it. Here it is. Our first topic of the day. None other than Unity's. I'm going to butcher this name, but at the same time, I kind of do not care. Unity's John Riccitiello will retire as President, Chief Executive Officer, and Chairman, and a member of the company's board of directors, effective immediately. Now, if you recall, a few weeks ago, we did a Good Morning Xbox where we just trash talk Unity's new policies on charging per install. Per install. And of course, if you remember John Riccitiello, he basically was over at EA, taking down EA as a whole. And then he comes over to Unity. They go public and just terrible decision after terrible decision. So are you surprised, Terry?
I mean, with all the fallout that has happened with Unity recently, this is not surprising at all. You know, someone was going to get fired. So I wasn't expecting it to be the CEO, I guess. You know, usually, they usually find somebody else to do that. But, hey, get him out of there, but yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I feel like we're seeing the end of Unity, though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's for those of you that are into messing around with game design and things like that, you might want to play around with something else, because Unity very well might be dying real soon. So, because Axel's gonna bring it up here, but the changes that they have gone with are probably even worse than having John. So yeah, so yeah, it's not looking good for Unity, definitely.
Yeah. So if you remember, John Riccitiello used to be the CEO of EA, and they survived the shift from the physical market to the digital market under his tenure, and they survived the shift from primary console gaming being the main way people game to mobile and tablet gaming. So he let EA survive, but he constantly missed quarterly targets. And I think he was fired because the board of directors was tired of missing targets. So they let him go, and EA was better for it. But then he goes over to Unity 2014. Unity goes from that engine that could to the engine that every mobile, it's like the standard mobile market engine now, right? It's the de facto indie engine. So he made it go very well while they were private, and then they go public in 2019, I think 3 years ago. I could be wrong. It's either 2017 or 2019. Unity goes public. They have an initial offering, and it's just been good there. But then comes this. For the last 2 years or so, they've enacted some changes that have been very, very unpopular. And this last one was so unpopular and reputation was so tarnished that I don't think some people will ever go back to Unity ever again. And based on being Xbox fans, it takes one bad stunt and 10 years to fix. So he just cost Unity lots and lots and lots. So he should resign effective immediately instead of getting canned again. But where he will fail up to next, I have no idea. But they replaced him with someone named White. What was it? White something? Whatever. And he was part of the Silver League, the ones that gathered all your data and sold it. He was part of Red Hat, who was also very much into no data privacy. So not being replaced by someone even better. So I think Unity is going to keep going down from this industry standard engine that was starting to challenge Unreal Engine to obscurity, I think. And the market will shift again. Unreal will be unchallenged for a while until another player comes along. So, yeah, we'll see where he goes from here on out. But thank good riddance for him. Let's see. Well, let's check it with the chat. Unity's ex-CEO will be Jim Ryan's replacement next year. Oh my god.
Oh goodness.
I don't think that would be the most wise decision ever. Personally, yeah, I don't think that would be wise at all. That would be terrible. Oh my god. Let's see. Jacob Novak says Unity got death threats. Turned out it was coming from inside their own office. That's right. I saw that. That they got a bomb threat. Yeah. And saying that he should go and relaunch Stadia.
Oh goodness.
That he should go relaunch Stadia. But you know what? So John Riccatello is out. When we're covering the short tidbits right now, guys, we're going to get to the good stuff a little bit later. But let's check in with Dreadpool, who has some advice for John Riccatello on where he should work on next. Dreadpool, from the field, how do you feel?
John Riccitello, where should he work? He should work at Sony. He should take over John Ryan's spot. Right, John? Right.
John Ryan. Oh my goodness. There you go. So you should take over John Ryan's spot.
There you go, Cheo. Dreadpool agrees with you.
Yes. Oh my. All right. So yeah, there you go. John Riccatello, anything else to do with Unity before we move on? Again, these are just quick tidbits before we get into the meat and potatoes, guys.
All I can say is I'm glad I never got into Unity because I never bothered with Unity.
You know, I was this close to buying one of those Learn to Code in Unity courses.
You know, I was like, some of my favorite indies were made in Unity, so I thought about it. Okay, I'm like, well, I kind of have an idea of what things can be done, but I'm like, at the same time, like, I really don't want it. I really didn't have interest in learning Unity, so I'm glad I didn't make that jump because I'm still mid-switch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking an engine. I'm just happy. I'm happy I didn't pick Unity because I'll be picking again. Like, it's taking me forever to settle on an engine. I would hate to have to go through this process a second time. So,
right. And you know what? Let me ask the chat. So, Terry, do you think Unity is done with?
I do. I most definitely. Oh, I like one of my cats was hissing, but I don't know. But yeah, I most definitely think Unity is done. They're toast because they tarnish the reputation, which can be repaired, but it's going to take some really good leadership to do that. And the replacement is someone who has, a reputation from other companies that have very, very bad reputations. Mm-hmm. So it's not looking like they're going to do anything good for Unity. It's probably, I think Unity's done, Watch Godot is going to be the new Unity, guys.
I've heard a lot of people suggest Godot.
So Godot.
Yeah. Godot. You know what? Pretty soon it's like learn to code in Godot. You know
There you
you've made
go,
it once
yeah.
the people start making courses about your engine. And shout out to Jason Max who joins us. He says, just remember, Xbox is number one. You darn right they are, man. They are the GOAT right now. They are the GOAT. But we will get more into it. And thank you so much for joining us, Jason Max. You are the real MVP. Let's see who else we got here. Chael Walker says, I still plan on using Unity in the future. And You're Wicked Hot joins us. Shout out to You're Wicked Hot. He says, good morning, guys. Good morning, You're Wicked Hot. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Let's see. I still plan on using Unity in the future. Yeah, some people could. I think Unity will survive, but they will never be to the heights they once were.
Yeah, they're like when people thought of game engines, Unity is like the top 5. Like they're for like the mainstay of competition. So yeah, I feel like they're not going to be in the top 5.
They're done. They're done. Yeah. I want to code, but I definitely don't want to code in Unity anymore. Now that they're going to charge me per install, that's just crazy. And I know they walked it back more. They tried to explain like, oh, it's only going to affect like 10% of developers. But what if I fall into that 10%? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if my game somehow turns out to be a
Among Us, like it was
a cult classic.
Among Us was out for years and no one really paid attention to it all, and then all of a sudden it just took off.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. What if that happens? I don't know. But Terry, we had a poll. Did the chat think that Unity is going to survive?
85% says yes, Unity is done. 14% said no. Those 14% probably are still going to use Unity. So, good luck.
Best of luck, guys. Best of luck. All right, let's move the show right along. Let's get into it. So, Terry, that I hate being treated like a second-class gamer by anybody because of my platform choice when there's absolutely no reason to do so. And there's a game that I want to play because it looks so good. And it's my style of game, Terry. You said it earlier. It's right in my wheelhouse.
Yes.
Yes. And that is none other than Lords of the Fallen.
Woohoo!
Not being updated for the Xbox. So this is from their official Twitter account, so this is not made up. It reads, we would like to take this opportunity to thank all the content creators who have worked with us to enable the rapid deployment of patches, updates, performance improvements ahead of tomorrow's exciting launch of Lords of the Fallen. As such, PC and PS5 players will be able to enjoy the game as intended. The Xbox version is currently being updated, bringing it to parity with other platforms, and the patch will be released over the coming days. What the hell? You are launching a subpar product to Xbox gamers? A brand new game. They could have easily delayed this 1 week.
I know. I mean, yeah, they could have, but then I feel like the fallout would have been worse. At least they're still releasing the game. We're just not getting the day 1 patch. So you're going to have
the day 7 patch?
A buggy game. You're going to have a buggy game, but at least you can still kind of mess around with it if you choose. So they're still giving you the option to play it, which is nice. But because, if they would have delayed and say, hey, PC and PlayStation, you get the game now. Xbox delayed. That would have been a huge fallout.
They should have delayed it as a whole.
No, because we're gonna. It would be the exact same. What's the word I want to look? It would have played out the same way as Baldur's Gate did, and no, so we don't know that. That wouldn't have been good. So it says it's going to come. Hopefully, the day 1 patch isn't going to be something we have to wait months for. So. Hopefully when they say the coming days, they mean it's going to be out within a week or so. Please don't make that over a month because then that's not a good look. That's not a good look. So please get it done, hopefully within a week. And then I feel like everything's fine. Like who cares if, I feel like a lot of people who are interested in this game are going to get around to playing it. So this isn't really affecting them right now. So that's, so I feel like that's fine. Like, this is a game that's high on my list that I've been, anticipating to come out. But because I'm still working on, I just started Mirage and stuff, that this one is going to have to wait. So for me, I'm not mad because I have other games I'm trying to finish so that way I can dive into Lords of the Fallen and focus on that, because that game is going to be grueling. So I need to get this other stuff out of the way, because I know that if I don't like jumping between games too much, because then you don't go back and finish them. So I'm trying to get these other ones done. So I'm not mad. So hopefully by the time I get my other stuff that I'm currently playing done, the patch will be out and everything will be good, and it's not going to affect me at all. For those that were like, this game's my day one, that sucks. That definitely sucks.
It used to be my day one.
Definitely sucks for you if you're on the Xbox platform. But again, at least they're still giving you the option to play the game. They're not like, you don't have access at all. So I mean, you can still play it. You just have to, basically, understand that you're going to have bugs and flaws and stuff in it because you don't have that day one patch. So, player beware,
Buyer beware for sure.
So yeah.
All right. So you're telling me, Terry, that if I spent $250 on the Xbox version, right? Xbox, right here. The collector's edition Xbox, where'd it go? I just lost it. Whatever. $250 on the Xbox collector's edition. I get all this cool stuff, which is great, right? But then I get an unfinished game. Is that fair for me? Because, we're into the digital era. I basically get digital unless it's a collector's edition. So if I buy my collector's edition with digital code, my digital code is unfinished. It's literally an unfinished game. We've always said delay unfinished games, right?
People say that, and then when their game gets delayed, they throw a fit anyway. So, I feel like, it's one of those things. It puts them in a position, because, like I said, they originally were delaying Baldur's Gate 3 from Xbox because of the parity or whatever with the Series S.
Series S, yeah.
And that didn't go over well. And then they're like, okay, you know what? We're still gonna release it like everybody else. So
yeah.
We'll so people say they would rather be delayed, but they don't really mean it, because as soon as it affects them directly, then they throw a fit like a little toddler. So it's just, people say it when it's a game that they're not going to play. They're like, oh yeah, this delay is no big deal. Yeah, you're not even going to play it. Of course you don't care.
But you know me, Terry. I love my Souls-likes.
You do. You do.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yes.
So, I'll probably buy and play this game. And we've been talking about it for over a year. So, yeah, to me, I don't like that. My preferred platform gets literally an unfinished game in comparison to. We'll be able to enjoy the game as intended. That's the part that gets to me, that as intended line. As intended. But we'll see. Let's see. Let's check in with some of the chat. We got Santa BMG saying, good afternoon from the UK. My awesome friends, you're all the highlight of my Sunday afternoon. Hey, thank you so much, Santa BMG. We appreciate you. You are the real MVP. And Jacob Novik, seems like the devs took PlayStation's parody money. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, and Cyber Gunter, shout out to Cyber Gunter for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. He says, good morning, Gamera. How do you say that word? Gamery? Let's see. And stop fighting. And Santa BMG says, I've got Assassin's Creed Mirage to finish before Spider-Man 2 drops on Friday.
Well, at
Yeah.
least it's possible since Mirage is only like 20 hours, so you should be able to knock that out as long as you got the whole weekend free or whatever.
Yeah. We'll see. Let's see. I fell over. Lucky I got a crash helmet on. Oh, Lord. Shout out to Pixel Slapper. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad you got your helmet on, man. Safety first. Jay Walker comes in and he says, physical guys get what they get. Wow.
I mean,
yeah, thanks so much, Jay Walker. Let's see. More like follow the Lord. It's funny. It's fair and you're going to love it with a big smile. Yeah, it doesn't look fair, Terry.
I mean, you still can play it. It's not like they're like, yo, you can't play it.
Lord of the Fallen Patches. Oh my gosh. Let's see what else. What else we got? That's about all we got so far from the chat. Thank you so much, chat. And shout out to Fastback who just jumps in. Thank you so much for joining us. Fastback, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much.
I feel like
hey,
I've waited.
Check your Twitter. Check your Twitter here for a minute. Let me find you real quick. Oh, then I was still sharing. Terry, you gotta hump me here.
Okay, what am I looking for on Twitter?
I was that I was showing my Twitter to the whole world, just letting it all hang out there. Let me see.
But I was gonna say, I mean, I've waited how many years for Cyberpunk to get their patches in order. I feel like I can wait a little bit for Lords of the Fallen. You know,
Cyberpunk. I waited almost a year to play that game, and man, what a great narrative RPG! Like,
it was worth the. Was it worth
the best
was
narrative
it?
RPG
Was
I've
it
ever
worth
played.
the wait? Are you still sour about it?
No, I loved Cyberpunk, and I'm looking at, I don't know if I want to put the time in to play 2.0, patch 2.0, but I want to play the DLC, Phantom Liberty. But yeah, as we said, there's so many games to play right now. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So, yeah, I'm just, I hate the fact that developers are using Xbox as a second thought. It just kind of, it really irks me. But at the same time, Xbox does this too. I mean, how many PC launches did they do before it comes to console? You had Gears Tactics. No reason why that shouldn't have launched on console at the same time. You had Flight Simulator, which, okay, I get it. Flight Simulator came out at the end of the Xbox One, but there's no reason why the Series consoles couldn't do it, obviously, as it looks phenomenal on console. And you have Age of Empires 4 that took like a little over a year to come to console. So, I mean,
I feel like that was justified though, because people who play games like that are probably going to play that on PC anyway.
It's the principle,
It's
Terry.
the principle.
It's the principle of it all.
Put my game that's clearly designed for PC on console.
That's right. That's right. If Xbox is PC, then PC should be Xbox. That's the way I see it. Back me up, chat. Back me up. Yeah, no. So when Xbox themselves are treating their console like a secondary platform, what do you expect third parties to do? So, I am upset, but at the same time, Xbox kind of set the tone, if you will, right? So yeah, it's what can you do? I'm just voicing my distaste of this on my show. So, all right, Terry, we had a poll.
All right, should Lords of the Fallen been delayed? 66% said that you're not even gonna play the game. You don't give no Fs. All right, 22% said no, just buy another, play it on a different platform. And then 11% said yes. Stop treating me like that. The 11% was Axel by himself.
That was my vote right there. Lonesome. No, I can't vote. I can make the.
His wife voted on his
cannot
behalf.
Vote.
His wife voted on his behalf. So
yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, let's see. Pixel Slapper says, patch 2.0 is definitely worth a visit. Leveling up seems faster. Oh, thank God. And let's see. In a few hours, it's the Minecraft live stream. Yearly vote between 3 mobs creatures. Every time the whole community begins to fight, each mob votes the worst mob to win. I've never seen the Minecraft live, but that
I've never
sounds
got,
fun.
yeah, I never done any of that. I didn't even know they did that until this one became headline news because people feel like this one shouldn't even be a vote. They should just have them. So,
And the 3 mobs you can pick from is crab, penguin, and armadillo. I'm mob armadillo all the way. Mob armadillo. Which one would you be, Terry? Which Minecraft mob would you be?
honestly, I would be happy with either penguin or armadillo. I feel like, both would be kind of cool to see in Minecraft block form to see how that works. Armadillo, though, I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't know. I don't know. I can't because, with Minecraft being like all different like terrains and stuff, it'd be kind of weird seeing an armadillo in snow. It'd be weird.
You doubt the mighty armadillo?
Because penguins are both, sunny beaches and tropical stuff, and they're in snow. So a penguin can make sense, but armadillo in the snow doesn't make sense.
All right, let's quickly touch on a community topic here. Brought up by, let me find it. I had it and then it went away. Let me find it. Here we go. Brought up by Jacob Novick. So let's talk real quick. Just give our thoughts on it. Will you talk about the Disney table begs CEO to buy EA? Should they buy EA? There you go. Should Disney buy EA?
No. No. Absolutely not.
No?
No.
You don't want it? You don't want EA in Disney? Why?
Because Disney's evil.
Because Disney's what?
Disney's evil, and I don't want them having even more power. So no. The heck with Disney.
So you don't want to see the House of Mouse come back with their
the
own
House
development
of Mouse.
studio?
No. Like, I grew up a Disney kid. I used to love Disney, but I would say the last 5 years, Disney's been on a downward spiral of like stuff, and there's even investigations that Disney is, one of like the leading things when it comes to like child like trafficking and stuff. Mm-hmm. So like, yeah, there's some dirty laundry being aired out right now. So yeah, no, the heck with Disney. Because if that stuff turns out true, that that Disney is taking part in like child like trafficking and stuff, then not cool. So yeah, no, the heck with that. Down with the mouse. Yeah, put Donald Duck in charge. Get rid of the mouse. The mouse, get him out of there. He's
no.
The mouse is Kotick. So get him out of there. We gotta put Donald Duck in charge. All right.
Disney will be like Battlefield. Do I own that? Exactly. Could you imagine killing someone with a Battlefield? Like instead of like you can download like Disney voices. Be like Oh my gosh, this person's kind of creeping me out. They keep walking back and forth here, not making up their mind. Sorry, I'm looking out the front window. It's kind of weird. All right. So, sorry about that. Fastback on our previous topic says, if there's need to focus on one platform to help optimize instability before porting over to another one, I'm okay with that. I do feel there's some shady contract deals that affect parity. Maybe. Yeah. Agreed. And Pixel Slapper, Pixel Slapper says, imagine EA doing Donald Duck.
Donald Duck would be amazing.
Donald Duck, you need to pay money to have Donald Duck wear a t-shirt.
Okay.
Oh my God.
He always has a t-shirt. He doesn't wear pants.
But you need to pay for it on EA.
You gotta pay to have pants.
Let's see. Dreadful says, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dreadful. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. And he says, Nickelodeon is worse with children and predators. Wow. And nope, EA already had a 10-year Star Wars license exclusivity deal in the mid-2000s. Not again. Yeah, I kind of got to agree with this. This is the reason why I don't think Disney should buy EA is because those Star Wars games, while they had all the mechanics good, they launched in terrible states. Like, you can tell they really wanted to put out these great games as a service Star Wars games because the audio was mwah. The character models, mwah. You know, the feel of fighting and all that. Mwah. But the microtransactions, holy crap, the pay to win microtransactions, the pay to win progression, awful, awful, awful. EA needed to take a beating to learn a lesson. And at that, I don't think they really have, because after that 10-year exclusivity, Disney was just like, whoever wants to make it, come get it. Come get you some. And bless you.
Thank you.
And they said, and so if Disney buys EA and we only get one flavor of Star Wars, one flavor of, I don't know, what are their licenses they have? I don't know, Simpsons, one flavor of Marvel, kind of like we're stuck with right now, the Sony flavor of Marvel. It's not really great, in my opinion. I really do think that far wide-reaching IPs need more freedom to flourish, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And the EA flavor is not great. I'm just gonna say, EA tastes like sour milk. You know? So, you know, EA instead of like, you know, like a fine wine getting better over time, it aged like milk over the years, you know. So yeah, I gotta agree with Jacob Novak here. Let's see. And Graphic God says, Axel, we can't all be the real MVP. M means most, and there can only be one. I'll volunteer to take the mantle this week, most. Shout out to Graphic God. No, so the whole chat is the MVP, because, you know, we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys.
Or maybe M means multiple. Hello.
Yeah, multiple valuable players. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Multitude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pixel Slapper. Axel, we need to do that for McDonald's advert. Yeah. Oh my goodness, so funny. Let's see. But we could get a Mickey and Friends Mass Mickey.
No, thank you.
And Graphic goes, whoa, mind blown. There you go. You are the mind blown valuable player.
Could you imagine if they took like the idea of like Mass Effect and they put it with like Mickey, Donald, and Goofy and all of them in there instead?
Oh my god, like Square Enix did with Final Fantasy VII, you mean? Or Final Fantasy with Kingdom Hearts? With the story so convoluted, nobody can make any heads or tails of it?
No, because that one was like a merger. They still had Final Fantasy and Disney in it. Like, just make it 100% Disney, but it was like they just, you know, it was like they did like a spoof.
Yeah, so Terry's against the Disney merger,
I'm
right?
against it because, you know, lately I've been anti-Disney, so that's why I'm against it. Even though Disney was my childhood. Let's not forget what
they did to LucasArts Studios, you know. They used to have their in-house studio making Star Wars 1313. Where's that? Where's that, House of Mouse? Just saying. You had the building, you had the talent, you had the devs, and away they went. So, oh my gosh, could you imagine Disney owning it used to be called FIFA, now I think it's called Football Club or something like that. Could you imagine Disney owning Football Club?
No, because I don't play it, so I don't really know what that would be like.
Oh my gosh. Ultimate Team is going to have Mickey Mouse as the 100, like the top tier football soccer star you can play in a sim soccer game. I just know it. It would be awful. So yeah, there you go. So no and no. And shout out to Jacob Novik for bringing up this topic. Thank you so much for participating. We sometimes do go off on some of the stuff the chat brings in. But before we get into our long main event, let's do Terry's Indie Spotlight.
everybody, welcome back to the Indie Spotlight. I have yet again another little gem for you guys to check out if you'd like. And this one is going to be for those of you who are into the cyberpunk kind of theme. So this one's going to be for you guys.
Woo.
Rated T for teen.
Halo.
Halo. Cyberpunk Halo coming your way.
China's tired. China inspired. Love already. I love Halo. That looks awesome.
All right, you guys. Arc Runner. Now, this game will be on. It's currently released on PC. It's coming to Xbox and PlayStation real soon. So sorry, it's not on Xbox yet, but it's coming. It's coming. PC. PC first. So you know how that works. So go ahead and add it to your wish list if you want to play it on console. Otherwise, go on Steam right now and boot it up. It's $20 on Steam. So go ahead and check it out. This is going to be your cyberpunk action roguelike kind of game where you're going to be you and you can have 3-player co-op if you choose. You and your friends can go on the Arc space station where you have to fight the AI of the station who has gone rogue because he's been infected by a metavirus. So now everything wants to kill you, and your mission is to get to the rogue AI and take care of that and get rid of the virus or destroy him. So go ahead and try it out and enjoy yourself.
How much is this game?
Right now it's $20 on Steam. I don't know if there'll be a difference in price when it comes to console. I don't know if it'll even be on Game Pass. It might. So I don't know. But
it looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie. It looks pretty.
So yeah,
looks right up my alley. I'm not gonna lie.
You can get different kinds of weapons. There's going to be supply caches to find weapons, as well as the enemies drop unique weapons as well. And the developers also say don't underestimate low power weapons because they might actually give you a tactical advantage. So don't be looking for the highest powerful gun at all times. Sometimes those little guys that you would normally think are trash is actually the one that you want. So they kind of mixing it up a bit. And you have augments and stuff that customize your character as well as add more mod slots to your weapons. So
that's right. And Fastback, I agree. This looks cool. Yeah, it does look great. And I especially love the co-op aspect of it. So we'll see. And shout out to Web Dave for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us, Web Dave. We appreciate you. Be sure to check out his channel. I did an interview on his channel, guys. Web Dave was kind enough to lend me his platform to see if I could get some more fans. And I think someone here is also going to get interviewed sometime soon, right?
Yeah, I wonder who that could be.
There's only one other someone here. So, yeah, be sure to check out Web Dave. Awesome guy.
You mean Cheddar? Cheddar's going to be on an interview, you guys. No, you guys, yeah. Web Dave is going to be interviewing me actually tomorrow. So
there you go. And Web Dave will also be guesting on a future episode of Good Morning Xbox. So we are trying to work out all the details. So yeah, we will see Web Dave soon. But with that being said, Terry, let's get into the main event.
The main event!
I'm going to play this trailer just because.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow.
It's such a good trailer.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow.
So good.
The
So good.
sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, don't miss a tree.
So, this is home now. Home. Family.
That's cute.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a
We need an army. I can get us an army.
I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
It's about time. Yeah.
We're a team. All of us. No one fights alone.
I'll follow you from here on out.
Xbox, Activision, Blizzard, King. Plus you. That means you, Terry.
Yeah.
So, in case you've been living under a rock for the past 2 years, right? 2 years, Xbox has been trying to acquire Activision Blizzard King for the to the tune of $69 billion, the largest acquisition in tech history, not just gaming history, but tech history. And it finally got approved. The CMA finally cleared it. And, you know, they could have waited. They could have waited. But, you know, they said, you know what? We're not waiting. We're just going to go ahead and hit play on this trailer that they probably had since the CMA blocked it. They just finalized it, hit play on the trailer, released it. And, I mean, they weren't even shy about it. They're like, close the deal. That same day, Activision stock froze at $91, almost $92 a share. So for those of you that had Activision Blizzard stock, congratulations. If you bought it when I think when Xbox was buying them, their stock was trading at $60. So you made $30 per share. So for those of you that have it. But you know what? Let's check in with Dreadpool, who is... I got to make sure this is...
I don't
right.
know.
Hold on. All right, here we go. So let's check in with Dreadpool, who is hosting the Xbox party for gamers celebrating. Dreadpool, take it away.
Where should Xbox Gamers party for ABK? Right here with me.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
There you go. Everybody go party with Dreadpool. I am 100% sure that segment's going to get copyrighted.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
100% sure.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. So, yeah. So, celebration time for Xbox gamers and for people in general who are tired of talking about it, but not Terry. Terry loves talking about it. Terry,
Oh, yes.
talk away. I know you've been itching to say even more.
I'm just happy it's over with because they were dragging this on, you know. But yeah, I'm happy that this is done. It was a very beautifully done, you know, welcoming trailer, and you know they had "What a Beautiful Day" on there. Now, for those of you, like Pixel was like kind of leaning towards it. For those of you who don't know, that song is from Oklahoma, one of the best musicals ever made. So it was awesome. But yeah, no, it's just I'm excited that this is over. They had to make some concessions. You know,
Yeah.
to make CMA happy, you know, make the Europeans happy.
The Europeans.
Make the Europeans happy. But you know, the deal's done, and you know, I see great things to come for the ecosystem that is Xbox brand. So I think this is gonna be great, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the new games that they end up developing from the studios, as well as future franchises, you know, that come out. You know, maybe we'll finally see a brand new World of Warcraft console edition. Who knows?
Yeah.
But so just make a fresh game. Just make a fresh new game. You know, you don't have to try to bring it over the PC. That's PC. Make a fresh one that's console only. Boom. It will sell so much money.
Right, so much money.
So much money. So do it. Drapo said he was in Oklahoma. Oklahoma is one of like I do like musicals, but I prefer the classic musicals. I'm really not into like the new stuff that they have today. But like Oklahoma is definitely in my top 3. So like I love Oklahoma.
I've never seen it. You know, I used to do musicals as a young kid, and I've never seen it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude! Oh man, you're missing out. That's such a great film. Like it's so good. Like I know so many of the songs. You know, like oh man, just make me think. I'm trying to go back and watch Oklahoma now because now I'm like I miss it. Like I gotta go see it again. It's so good. But yes, no, I'm happy about this. This is great. And can I just go right into the Ubisoft, or is that going to be a separate?
No, we'll go into it here in a minute.
Into a minute, okay. So. Yeah, no, I mean, this is just great. I'm just happy this is done because I'm tired. I'm tired.
You're exhausted.
I'm tired. I want this to be done. So, yeah, this is going to be great. So now Xbox can get more into the mobile market with the King, which is great. And they can maybe try to do something to bring more of because, I mean, Blizzard, I mean, they have Overwatch and they have World of Warcraft and they have, you know, like, was it RuneScape and Diablo? Those are like the mainstays of them. Do they have anything else that they still work on? Like, I know Blizzard? They have like, Blizzard. Like, I know they had StarCraft, but I feel like StarCraft, they haven't made anything for StarCraft in decades. So I don't even know if that counts.
They stopped supporting StarCraft about 3 years ago, StarCraft 2. So they have to be working on something StarCraft. I doubt they would just let it fall apart.
Okay. So let's see what they do. Like,
you never know, man. Bobby Kotick is one of those guys that's just like, you're doing StarCraft, now you're doing Call of Duty.
So like when I think Blizzard, all their games are multi-plat except for Warcraft. So I really like that's the only thing I'm dead set on is I want them to make a brand new Warcraft game that is console dedicated. That's what I want to see because I never got to play it. And it would be too much work to try to make that PC game compatible for console because the AI and all it'd be complicated to do that with the way that game plays. I wouldn't even bother with it.
Unofficially, there is Warcraft controller mods out there, so you can play with your controller on PC. But some people have already done the framework for Warcraft to come to console.
I know they were originally they had plans
instead of Leroy Jenkins, it would be like Cool Cat Terry.
Well, I think I can't remember. I can't remember if it was Xbox One or if it was the 360, but one of those generations they had originally had plans to port it over. And then I think it might have been the 360. And the 360 just wasn't powerful enough to handle that game because that game is just massive.
No, not even close.
Going like crazy because they keep adding like 50 bajillion, expansions every year. So it's like that game is so big that I feel like now with the way the tech is for consoles, they could, if they wanted to port that over, they could probably make it work. But I feel like it would just be easier to make a fresh new game. For Warcraft.
Well, Warcraft Warcraft is a franchise that started as an RTS. It doesn't have to stay RTS.
I just make a brand new game that's just for console.
A new Warcraft game would be awesome.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be RTS and it doesn't have to be MMO.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be an MMO. Warcraft. Yeah, just make an action adventure World of Warcraft for console.
Oh my God, could you imagine an action adventure Warcraft with like where you play either human or orc or something, or like maybe like an RPG where you get to decide the fate of what's the land called?
I'm not that well versed in.
Oh Jesus, I forget what the land's called. It's like right there. But yeah, that would be awesome. That would be epic. Let's check in with the chat real quick because people are typing away. Let's see. Fastback comes in and he says, this was a great welcoming Activision, Xbox family trailer. Welcoming Activision to Xbox family trailer. There we go. And as you said, Pixel Slapper says, I'm sure I've seen this in the film with them lyrics.
Oklahoma.
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 Let's see. General Spartan says it. Victory weekend. You're darn right.
Yeah.
That's right. And Pixel Slapper says plus one family plan. Game Pass has +5. Shh. That'd be great. Family plan. People already eyeing the next acquisition. I can't wait for the future Sega Atlas joins Xbox trailer, and for that trailer, I would pick the summer song. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah. And Dreadful said, I did give one without the music. Yeah, but I like the one with music too. And I'm okay with copyright strikes. I'm not monetized. Well, I'm not okay with strikes, but I'm okay with not making money off this because, well, I do this for fun. Yeah.
They'll just give you the option to mute it or change the song.
Yeah, I'll probably just mute it. Yeah. Thank you, Terry. I was struggling to remember the title. Yeah. Oklahoma. Jacob, no, Ohio is better.
I don't know, man.
And Dreadful says, I was also in the best little house in Texas. Yeah, there you go. Great, good musical, I think. I don't know. Was there music in that?
They did a kids thing with that?
Yeah. Let's see. Pixel Slapper. Wish I could stay awake on a Saturday night. I'm missing the show, Axel. Oh, no. Is it Saturday night where you are? Where are you? What's later than the U.S.? That's still
Everything?
nighttime Saturday. I can't think of where. Maybe Hawaii? Guam, maybe? I don't know where you are. But hey, have a good night, Pixel Slapper. Thank you so much for joining us. Jesse Darby comes in. Shout out to Jesse Darby. Thank you so much for joining us. He says, this is home now. Yeah. Pixel says, I get strikes every time I post on YouTube. Oh, no, that's not good. And let's see. Chris Simmons Gaming TV comes in and says, good morning, Xbox. Thank you so much for joining us. Chris Simmons, you are the real MVP. And Dolly Parton was the lead in the best little house in Texas. So
Yep, I'm pretty sure my mom has that video on VHS. It'd be kind of funny as I guess you're a kid and you're passing out the little brochures to your parents because you want to do the play or whatever. They're like, you're doing what? Because all the parents gonna see is the bleep word. They're like, what?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. We're gonna maximize this. Let this take over so I can zoom in and zoom out. Yeah. Okay. So Xbox. So of course, part of the original Xbox Studios now. You got 343 Compulsion, Psychonauts, unannounced IP, Double Fine. Sorry, 343 Compulsion, Double Fine, In Exile, Mojang, Ninja Theory, Obsidian, Playground Games, Rare, The Coalition, Turn 10, Undead Labs, World's Edge, Xbox Game Studios Publishing, and Xbox Advanced Technology Group to help with it. From the Bethesda acquisition, you have id Software, Tango Gameworks, Machine Games, Arcane, ZeniMax, Roundhouse Studios, Alpha Dog Mobile Gaming. And again, shout out to Clobrio who made this graphic. Clobrio on Twitter, so shout out to him. And let's see. Activision now comes in with Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer. You got the other studios, High Noon, Toys for Bob, Beanox. In the mobile gaming space, they got Digital Legends, Solid State Studios, Demonware, and then they have Raven Software, Shanghai Studios, Major League Gaming Esports, by the way. So the Halo Esports, they have Activision Capture Studio, Activision Blizzard Media, and Activision Research. Activision Blizzard has Blizzard in several locations, right? Well, they have Blizzard Soul. That's cool.
I'm going to say Blizzard Worldwide.
Let's just say Blizzard Worldwide, right?
Yeah.
But all these studios, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 studios at Blizzard working on these great titles. And then you have King, who has 11 game studios, but owns the IPs to Candy Crush, Farm Heroes, Bubble Witch 3, Rebel Riders, and more. So, and also to put the acquisition size into perspective, Xbox staff estimated at 2,500, 2,300, so we're short of 5,000. Then boom, 7,500 staff for Activision Blizzard, which are, now that Call of Duty launched, they're probably all going to be furloughed. Just being honest, that happens every year. 7,000 Activision Blizzard staff and 2,500 mobile developers. So, I mean, wow. Wow. That's a lot of people to take. Phil Spencer now has more people than he's ever had by a long shot. By a long shot. So, celebration time, all these amazing Activision Blizzard games, they're coming to Game Pass, Terry. Phil Spencer did it again, making your dollar go further with incredible games. You're going to get Game Pass rewards for those Call of Duty games. You're going to get Xbox points for those kill streaks. You are. Terry, what game here are you most celebrating about? Or what studio? Game or studio, whichever one. Other than World of Warcraft. I know you already said it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it World of Warcraft?
I mean, I would like to see them do something for console, but also Activision has like my favorite Star Trek games in their vault, and I want them to bring those back. So Activision, bring back my Star Trek. So that's what I want.
Didn't the Star Trek game just launch?
They had a new one, but I'm talking about like the good one.
The good ones.
So yeah, Elite Force 1 and 2 were the best Star Trek games ever made. And
Elite Force on the best series, Voyager.
Yeah, and Activision has them locked up in their vaults, and I would love to see them, do like a remaster or make a third game, do something. Like, bring them back. They were so good. Like, bring it back.
The franchise I want the most is easy, Guitar Hero. Easily, Guitar Hero, man. I would rock out so hard, it's not even funny. I would buy the biggest edition. If it came with 2 guitars, piano, drums, whatever, that's the edition I would buy because I love Guitar Hero. Oh my gosh. If I bought drums, like, I know my wife is listening. I know you're listening, my beautiful wife. All you would hear is for hours. For hours. Because I would be playing with the headphones on, right? And so all she would hear is
for Christmas,
just me hitting the drums all the time.
So for Christmas, she'll buy you, the what is that band, whatever they call it, and then she'll buy herself some noise canceling headphones or earbuds, so that she's able to hear you do that. So that's gonna be her gift to herself, some noise canceling earbuds.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that would be great. That would be great.
Rock band, that's what I was thinking. Rock band. So
yeah, rock band. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, wow, cannot wait. So yeah. Oh, Pixel Slapper was talking about the iconic video games podcast that it was too late for him. Oh yeah, it's like 2:00 in the morning in England for our English viewers. I don't know where you are, Pixel Slapper. I think you're in England or that area. But I think it's 6 hours ahead, so yeah, it's incredibly late. I'll let you read this, Terry.
What?
I'll let you read this one.
Expo the Actizing.
That's why I didn't want to read it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Sir X-Men comes in. Shout out to Sir X-Men. Thanks so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Nobody subscribed to Game Pass. I watch YouTube channels. And Doggy's with me. I'm excited for the inevitable return of Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero is inevitable. And yes, everybody take Sir X-Man's advice. He said, hit that like and share button, everyone. Let's go. Go. I did your turn. That's right, guys. Please help us out here. Please help us out. Help me out. Help me help you with more content to reach more masses. Let me see. Let me look. Hold on. I am looking at something. Speaking of this, no. I am at 299 subscribers, guys. Come on, guys. I need one more to reach 300. I would really love that.
300.
The big 3-0. The big 3-0. I would really love to reach that 300. My wife, he has too many wish lists. Shout out to my wife. She's the MVP of my life, and she is so supportive of me. Love her. Let's see. And Dreadful goes, that doesn't sound right. Sounds like you're leaving your wife out of the fun. I would not. I would love for my wife to play Guitar Hero with me. I would love it. Nothing would make me happier. And shout out to Splendiferous who joins us. Thank you so much for joining us, Splendiferous. You are the real MVP. And Dan, the Man Cunningham, joins us saying, good morning all. How's everybody doing today? Hey, Dan, the Man Cunningham. We are just celebrating the Activision Blizzard King acquisition from Xbox here. Let's see. And Splendiferous, why it's your favorite game? You're talking about Guitar Hero? Man, I love music. Well, and Guitar Hero made you feel like a star. So yeah. Dreadpool is at almost 2,000 subscribers. Shout out to Dreadpool. Way to go, Dreadpool. You worked hard for those. You're doing awesome, buddy. Keep it up. Keep it up. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Tim, it says, would you like to see True Crime Streets of LA be redone in prototype? Yeah, True Crime for sure. The True Crime series is amazing. I loved it. Prototype, not too big of a fan, but I do love me some True Crime Streets of LA. Those were really cool games. Did you ever play those, Terry?
I never played those. No, like I think I had one of the True Crimes. I think I might have somewhere. I just haven't played it. And my husband, he did play Prototype. I watched him play Prototype, but I never played it.
There you go. But yeah, guys, Activision Blizzard King, the acquisition is over. Time to celebrate. Cannot wait to get some of these games on Game Pass. So let's move on to the next topic here. Hold on, Terry. Let me find it. I wrote all the topics I want to talk about then. But while we may be ecstatic about this, there's some people crying. Specifically, some people that seem to prefer a certain console. And they're in tears, Terry. They're in tears, and they have taken to the #1 acquisition in PlayStation history, the media. They have taken to the media.
Okay.
To let us know just how salty and sad they are about it all. And let me find the first example because this is epic. I cannot wait to show this. So let's go with some Twitter drama, as I like to call it. Up first in the media, tears, as I like to call it. Microsoft celebrates its conquest of Activision and the triumph of capitalism with a montage video that mashes up Modern Warfare, Halo, Diablo, and more from PC Gamer. But PC Gamer is not really happy about this because
the fact that they use the word capitalism,
conquest, and capitalism.
Oh man!
Oh my god! How could they?
You know what political party they're on?
Oh my god! They have taken to the media to unleash the tears. Terry, hold on. Before we get into the tears, hold on. We had a poll. Hold on.
Oh, we had a poll.
That's right. We had a poll, Terry. How did the chat feel about the Activision Blizzard merger?
83% of gamers say that they need to celebrate. It is time. And 11% said consolidation's bad. And 5% they just have no feelings whatsoever. They are dead inside.
They are dead inside. I like the little inflection you put on that. All right, Terry, let's rate the PC Gamer tears. How many tears out of 10 would you give them?
So, what?
Like, the more tears, the more they're crying.
The more they're crying. Okay.
Yes. Guys, type in the chat. How many tears would you give PC Gamer?
I'm gonna give them an 8 just because they use the word capitalism. You can tell that they're hurting. So, yeah, I'm gonna give them an 8. I'm gonna give them an 8.
My favorite one is right here. Microsoft celebrates its conquest. The word conquest.
Yeah, see, they have conquest.
It's not an acquisition. It's not a merger. It's a conquest. They conquered it.
Like I said, you can tell that they made it political because they're using buzzwords like conquest and capitalism. So they made their post political. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely. You know what? Because they're making it so political, I missed conquest. I'm gonna give them a 9. I'm gonna bump them up to a 9 because they're using all these political buzzwords. Because that's how upset and emotional they are. They have to make it political. So yeah, give them a 9.
Guys,
I'm gonna give them a 9.
By the way, guys, this is on Twitter. Feel free to scroll down to see the amazing replies. Of course, I'm not going to do them here because some of them are not appropriate for my show. But yeah, let's check in with the chat how they feel about these tiers. All right, let's see. Jesse Darby says a lot of salty tears. They had so many spaces on X to cry. Nobody does the crying thing better than what's his name? Than Dirt. Dirt does the crying so much better. Let's see. I'm not going to put specific names out. That's not what this is about. I'm mostly just doing general stuff. Let's see. Splendiferous rates it 20 out of 10 tiers.
Wow.
Let's see. Dreadpool gives him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 10 tiers. Oh my goodness. And shout out to Sylvia for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us, Sylvia. You are the real MVP. We appreciate you. Let's see.
I don't like that PC Gamer says that they're the authority.
The authority.
PC games. How are you the authority?
They're the authority using words like conquest. Let's see. Mo de la Garza says, I want to see what Microsoft does with the Battle.net system. We'll see. I mean, the Battle.net system is pretty good. It's pretty good. They didn't mess with the Bethesda launcher. So we'll see.
Yet.
Yet. And Fastback feels how I feel sometimes. Gaming media doesn't even game anymore. Sad. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. So that's tier number 1, Terry. Hold on, guys. Let me pull up the rest of the tiers. But wait, there's more. I just got to figure out what these buttons do. Where do I find...
put Cheo's on there. He just threw so much shade right back at PC Gamer.
All right, let's see. Read it out loud while I find this.
10 tiers since they're owned by a $3 billion company and they're talking about capitalism.
Oh!
Shots fired.
Shots fired. And by the way, guys, in case you don't know, that article was written by someone named Luke Plunkett, who also wrote this amazing article here. Xbox One will soon let you play pirated movies and TV shows. That's the Xbox one. Check out the PlayStation one. The PS4 now supports MKV files. It's literally the same thing.
Oh,
but
man.
just notice. So up next in our tiers is some readers coming in, guys. Here we go. Up next is Metro UK, of course, always publishing the tiers, always there. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 beta is awful and Microsoft has wasted its money. They just spent that money for nothing, even though it's getting rave reviews online. Terry, take it away for a minute. I'm laughing. I can't help it.
I just when we did the one before that, when you did like the files between Sony, like the first thing that comes into my mind was Cyndi Lauper's True Colors. Like your
Mhm.
true colors are shining through. So yeah, that's what that was. So
Mhm.
I just found that funny. Like that theme song, that would be the theme song. If you were to just put the like, you could, you know how we just showed the welcoming video for Activision Blizzard
Yeah.
coming to Xbox. You could have Cyndi Lauper's True Colors playing while you do like a montage of the tears.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So readers are writing in. They're going to their number one acquisition, the media.
The media.
The media, and the media is more than happy to publish it. Get those clicks, those salty tier clicks. Terry, what do you give this reader? This reader's tears out of 10.
I'm gonna give this one an 8. They're definitely upset. And then, but then they posted it as a question at the bottom. So at first they're saying it's awful, but then they're like, "Is it a bad year? Like, so is it awful or not? Like, your headline makes it sound like this game is like the worst thing ever, like the worst deal ever made, and then you pose it as a question, like, is it? Well, is it? So, are you conflicted? So, like, I'm confused. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure this is 100% clickbait, and he probably loves Modern Warfare 3.
He probably loves it. He's gaming on it right now.
Giving him an 8. He was probably playing the game as he wrote the article talking about how bad it is.
Like, dang, this game slaps. Too bad it's an Xbox game now. Let me go to the internet. Let's see. Mo de la Garza gives it 8 out of 10 tears. By the way, guys, write your tears in there. Write them down. Oh my gosh. And yeah, good point here from Split Difference. So, Call of Duty can do no wrong. World at War was awful, but it was still the most popular game that year.
Would it be
It
this
still
year?
made the most money. Yeah.
What year did it come out? Because the article was wrote just a few days ago. So when did that game come out?
World at War was like 3 years ago.
Why is he talking about that game then? Like that? See, I get confused because the Call of Duty games, they use the same freaking title, and I don't know what they're talking about. Okay, so I don't know why he's bringing up a game from 3 years ago then, because that makes no sense.
That's the article. Hold on. We're not going to read it because I really don't care. I'm just kind of having a little fun. I'm just having a little fun. Not much else to say there. But there were lots of more articles on Metro from reader features.
So Split Difference is because the article is because it was the worst, but it has nothing to do with Microsoft because that game was made before the deal. So it has nothing to do with Microsoft. I don't know. It makes no sense to me.
It's nonsense, Terry. Nonsense. But, one of the reasons I've always told you I love Twitter is days like this. Days like Friday the 13th, where everybody just loses their mind on the internet over stuff that you have no investment in. This was a meme from a Console Warrior account. And this is 100% me. 100% me bathing in tears on Friday the 13th. Oh, just taking it all in. I could have taken a shower with the amount of tears that were coming out. It was epic. It was amazing. The meltdowns. I find it incredibly entertaining. That's why I love X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. So I loved it. Couldn't get enough of it. I needed more. And yeah, you can see on some of those videos they made, they looked like they were about to cry, just being so defeated, trying to turn this into like an L somehow for Microsoft. It was just epic. And of course, but the part that gets to me, again, the media bias. I've always said the media is biased against Xbox, and I think Friday the 13th proved it. Why they're publishing articles like that, why they're letting articles like that fly, I have no idea. I stand by my perception that the media is biased because it is what I have observed. And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, right? I guess you can write whatever you want. You're the media, but
it goes down to most of it is journalists aren't even actual journalists. They're just regular dudes that don't have a journalism degree that are just posting on a website. And the ones that do have a journalist degree, they just do yellow journalism. They don't even do good journalism. So and then most of the time it's all opinion pieces instead of them actually looking and at a game and being unbiased about what platform it's on and just rating the game for the game itself. The platform shouldn't matter. If you're reviewing a game, review the game. The fact that it's on this system or this system isn't a factor. You're reviewing the game. You're not reviewing the system. Review the freaking game. Absolutely. So who cares?
I agree, Terry. I agree. It used to be that way, but not anymore. Ever since DF came out and like, this one's at 1080 and that one's at 900 and all this other crap, it's been like, which platform is superior, even on third-party multi-platform games. And it is what it is. And shout out to Johnny Dome Studios. Why are they acting Microsoft got ABK just for COD, right? Call of Duty is the biggest game in the world by a long shot. There are some people that literally buy a console just for Call of Duty. Literally, that's it. That's all they will ever play ever on that console. And some people buy PCs just for Call of Duty. I mean, it's a big deal. It's a big deal, but yeah. Jesse Darby brings it up. He says, I don't get these media sites called Call of Duty sites. Call of Duty has been mid for years, way before Microsoft even thought of purchasing that.
Yep, I agree. That's why I stopped playing it years ago.
We'll see if that holds up.
I stopped playing it because the game's crap.
And shout out to Back from the Dead joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. And let's see. Let's keep it going. So yeah, that was my fun section of it. The Twitter tears. I find it entertaining. I could care less. I am fairly console agnostic because I can afford to be. And I love playing games, but this is an Xbox show, so of course I'm gonna rag on the competition just a little. And at that, I don't think it was that bad. So let's see. Let's move on to the next topic. Terry, Ubisoft.
Woo!
Your Ubisoft.
My Ubisoft.
That's
my
right.
pride and joy.
Your pride and joy.
Pride and joy.
That's right. We got a Ubisoft shill here on the show.
I am. I'll admit it.
100%. She admits she is a Ubisoft chill. So let's go to the tapes, shall we? Let's see. I thought I shared this. There it goes. Okay. Ubisoft. Get Activision Blizzard games on Ubisoft. What you need to know. Terry, tell us what we need to know.
Okay. So the deal is going to last for 15 years. So a lot of things can change in that amount of time. So we're going to have to see how this develops. But as of right now, Ubisoft gets to decide where these games get released for the cloud. So they can decide if they want to put it on Game Pass. They can decide if they want to put it on whatever PlayStation has. They can decide if they want to put it, give access to, Steam to have it on their stuff. They are the, since, PC Gamer likes to use the word authority, they are now the authority when it comes to cloud gaming for the Activision Blizzard games. So if they wanted to, Ubisoft could, I don't foresee them doing it, but they could say, you know what, we're not putting Call of Duty on Game Pass. They could deny that if they wanted to. But I don't foresee that happening because that would definitely give the very negative publicity to do that. Mm-hmm. So don't do that. But, so no, I think, this, we're going to see what's going to happen. And, like I said, this is a 15-year deal. We can literally see, different CEOs come in and out of the company in that amount of time. That's going to be at least another, what is that, like 2 console generations? So
Yeah, at least
at least two console generations. So yeah, so
Yeah.
a lot can happen in that amount of time to see how things go. So hopefully they continue to have a good partnership to so that way these games are available to everybody. Since Ubisoft has always been multi-plat oriented, I feel like they're not going to be like making stuff exclusive. And the crazy thing, you can play Call of Duty on Uplay. Like, it's not crazy. So like, it's gonna be so weird seeing Activision, games on Ubisoft Plus. Like that's gonna be tricky. That's gonna, because I'm used when I boot up my Uplay and I see all the Ubisoft stuff and all the rewards I've been earning. It's gonna be weird seeing advertisements in there for Call of Duty. I'm like, what is this? But so yeah, so that's basically the very brief summary of what this is.
All right. I read this, and actually, Terry, it goes far beyond cloud. ABK games can be played on Ubisoft Plus, period, on PC and console. So you don't need Game Pass to play ABK games because they're coming to Ubisoft Plus.
Yes.
So like you can actually run the actual Call of Duty, not cloud Call of Duty.
We have to
actual
remember.
Call of Duty.
We have to remember.
If you have a Ubisoft Plus
this is
subscription.
based on the CMA's definition of cloud, because us as gamers, we know cloud gaming and Game Pass are two separate things, but all that subscription stuff is cloud because it's the CMA. So you got to keep that in mind. Their definition is different.
Well, the way this reads, it sounds like it can install right away. Like, let me see, blah, 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 blah. I know I read it somewhere. We're already working with partners around the world to distribute Ubisoft Plus and our slate of games, so adding Activision Blizzard games to it is easier than ever from scratch somewhere and building a completely new service. Which games are included? Does it include DLC? Yes. Why and so?
This is actually huge for Ubisoft Plus, because I feel like when it comes to the subscription services, most people don't have Ubisoft Plus.
Yeah. Well,
it's
anyways,
relatively new for consoles. It's relatively new for consoles, but PC has had it for quite a bit. And I feel like this is going to be an opportunity for them to really grow their subscriber base.
Really, like, because Ubisoft Plus is so expensive, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. When can players expect to be able? We know players are excited playing more games coming to Ubisoft Plus. We'll take the time we need to make sure that the backend fully supports the experience we want players to have now that the deal is closed. The operational element can begin to kick off. So I wanted to know more about Ubisoft Plus. And from what I read, Ubisoft Plus includes just being able to install games on your PC and on your console. Am I right or wrong on that? Because my research said that I thought it could. But let's give Terry a minute. I'll give you my thought here.
So wait, what are you trying to say?
That this is more than just streaming. This is actual install, like digitally install the games.
Yeah, so if they're putting it on Ubisoft Plus, I haven't used Ubisoft Plus, but my understanding is you can download games there. It's not just stream it from the cloud. I think you can download them. So, so yeah, you can download them. And I know they have. It looks like Happy Club Lemur even mentioned it. I know they have a special deal if you live in the EU. So it'll be better for those players for sure.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean, I personally don't care if you can also play ABK games from Ubisoft Plus. Pick your subscription service, whichever one is more akin to you. Like Terry, I'm sure if you wanted to play some ABK games, you would cancel your Game Pass and go Ubisoft Plus because you're a Ubisoft person.
I'm a Ubisoft person, yeah. So
yeah.
It's funny. I'm a Ubisoft person, but I don't have Ubisoft Plus, and that's because I already
own
all the games. Like I just buy them. I don't.
What a fraud!
No, I feel like why should I pay a subscription for the games if I know I'm gonna buy every single game? Like I literally just buy them all. So I like for me, the subscriptions is a rental agreement. I don't want to rent it. I want to own it. so
keep those receipts though.
You know, so I literally buy all of the Ubisoft games, except for like I have no interest in Dance Revolution or whatever. But like, but like, it's just it's just the way it is. Like I don't need the subscription to play the games because I own them. So that's just me.
You don't play Just Dance 2023?
I don't play Just Dance. You know, like it's just not for me. That Ubisoft has a lot of great games. Just Dance is just one of those things that's just not for me. So so like I, as a true Ubisoft fan, own all my Ubisoft games. I don't
Well, wouldn't Ubisoft make just as much money off you on a subscription service?
They probably would make. I don't know. I feel like that. I don't know.
They release about 3 to 4 games a year. So probably not. You'd save some money.
I guess it depends, because if you're including all the mobile stuff that they're getting into, then I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't do the mobile side, so they might be losing money because I don't do the mobile side.
Let's check in with the chat real quick. Shout out to Crispy Rambo for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Let's see. We got Mo De La Garza. Say, do they only have the rates in the UK? No, I think this is worldwide, right?
Yeah, so like,
and I think instead of rates, he meant to say rights.
Yeah,
so everybody have the rights in the UK. No, I think it's worldwide.
It's going to be worldwide. It's just the EU. There's specific countries that get like a free license to use the stuff, whereas everybody else is going to have to pay a fee. So I think that's the only. So if that's what you mean by rates, then yeah, like the rest of the world has to pay, and specific countries get free licensing.
Yeah. So speaking of free licensing, Happy Cloud Gamer comes in with the facts. He comes in. If you live in a country that's part of the European Economic Area, which includes EU countries and also includes Iceland, Liechtenstein. That's a real country. Liechtenstein.
I didn't know that was real until I saw this post in one of the articles because.
And Norway.
Like I've only ever heard Liechtenstein referenced once, and it was in A Knight's Tale.
A Knight's Tale. Yeah, I thought Liechtenstein was a fake country made up by A Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then you'll get a free license to stream via any streaming services. There you go. So shout out to Happy Cloud Gamer with the facts. And he is in Norway. So he gets, his companies get free licenses. Yeah. Let's see. I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh my God, this would be epic. Lost Boomer says, Guitar Hero Series Mega Collection, all past games in one collection. Yes! Yes! Make it happen.
I don't know. That means they have to try to get the licensing for little songs again.
All right, let's see. Dreadful says, deal is for Ubisoft games. ABK will only be streaming. Xbox has local download play. So download is for Ubisoft games. ABK will only be streaming. Hey, I hope they can separate it like that. But again, I'm okay if either or. You know? I'm okay with either or. It doesn't affect me. Chael Walker comes in saying, Ubisoft Plus has a cloud option, which the ABK will be a part of. Yes. And Splendifer says, fraud alert. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Jesse Darby comes in and he says, when it comes to the cloud, hey, I guess that's what they had to do. Yeah. Yeah, so let's see. And Back from the Dead says, I've already bought all the Assassin's Creeds, Tom Clancy's, Prince of Persia's, and Bolt Division games. I already have all the games in the service I'd get it for. So yeah, probably not worth it for you. Probably worth it for me.
They have other games outside.
What about the Far Cry's? Where the Far Cry's at, man?
Yeah, you don't have Far Cry on there. You don't.
Where's Just Dance?
You don't have Rayman on there. Where's South Parks?
Yeah, where's Just Dance at? Back from the Dead.
Just
Come on,
Dance. You're missing stuff.
We're just kidding. Back from the Dead. That's great that you buy all those things. Let's see.
Uno.
Uno.
All the party games that they have, because they like to do Ubisoft does all the game shows. They have Family Feud and Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. So, come on, man, you're slacking. I own all those games.
So Ubisoft gets the streaming rights, which is fine with me. I have no problem with this concession, as of course, now Call of Duty and World of Warcraft or whatever will be streaming on both Ubisoft Plus and Xbox Game Pass. So that's just more options for more gamers on the devices they love, and now the services they love. So do I think that Xbox should have kept the cloud? I don't think they should have been forced into this agreement. I don't see anything overly negative from the agreement, if I'm being honest. But I don't think they should have been forced into this agreement. But we'll see. We'll see. How does the chat feel about Ubisoft, Terry?
Okay. 37%. Yes, Xbox should control their own IP. So this does bother them. And then again, another 37% said that no, it was a necessary thing that had to happen. And 25% don't use Ubisoft Plus. Like I said, this is one of those subscriptions that I feel like when people have to pick and choose subscriptions, Ubisoft Plus isn't at the top of the list. So now that they can put these Activision games in there in that package deal, this could definitely help with their getting more subscribers. So this is a win for Ubisoft.
Definitely. Splendifer says articles were published about how bad the game was, and it still sold the most. He's talking about Call of Duty. I'm just saying, even if they say that, it will still be the most popular. Call of Duty fans are loyal, Terry.
I'm not loyal. I abandoned them. Kicked them to the curb like they should have been.
Let's see. Back from the dead makes a correction. Second comment. I got all the Far Cry games as well as some of the board games. Would be cheaper to buy what I don't have instead of paying for the subscription. Yeah, so much. That's right.
Got steep.
Dreadful says Ubisoft was forced upon us like the Kinect in 2013. Why?
Oh, man.
Jesse Darby says, I have all the Far Cry games, all the Assassin's Creeds, except the new one that just came out.
You have Steep? Do you have Riders Republic?
Oh,
you
Max is bringing it out. He's bringing it out, guys. Where's the receipts? Hold on. I got to do
Roller Champions? Come on. I keep going.
Instead of letting Terry go, hold on. Let me just. Hold on.
Trackmania?
What is it? Oh, yeah, Trackmania. That's right.
Come on.
All right. Here we go.
Well, the newest one's free to play, so that one don't count. But the previous ones.
All right. So, back from the dead. Until you get all these games, better check yourself. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. Wow, look at all these great Ubisoft games, though. I'm just kidding. Back from the dead. We're just giving you.
Brats. I know you don't have brats.
Brats. That's right. Do you have brats? We're just messing with
Brothers
you.
in Arms. I forgot they had that.
Let's see. And of course, all the cloud deal to Ubi was to stall and to allow Sony to pivot. Yeah, and actually, Sony made a mistake, man. They had a great deal, and then when the FTC lost their thing, they got an even worse deal. So, yeah, Sony shot themselves in the foot. That's why Jim is retiring. One of the many reasons why, probably.
One of the many reasons. Yeah. Doggy, you are correct. Pull his up once you're done with that one.
What?
Doggy's comment when you're done with whatever one you're going to do.
There you go.
Ubisoft did have a cool TMNT game. It was called TMNT. It was based on the animated movie that they did. I can't remember what year that was. It was like 2015 or 18 or something. Probably like 2018 or something like that. It was amazing. It was so good. So yeah, shout out to Ubi.
All right, let's see. I want a new prototype in StarCraft. It kind of looks like Spider-Man 2 kind of took from prototype. Yeah, of course. All these games borrow from each other. Mm-hmm. Very little is original anymore.
This is true.
Throwing that out there.
Even our precious Gears of War stole from Warhammer. So
yeah, I mean, like, I would say that games were original back in the 2D games, but then that stalled, and then original game again when 3D came in because it was so new.
Mm-hmm.
And again, original again when VR came in as well. Until the interface changes, everybody just copies from everybody.
Pretty much the only original game is usually the first one of like a genre, and then everybody copies it.
And improves on it. Everything is an improvement. Just be happy, man. Yeah. Just be happy. Spider-Man 2 is going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. Let's see.
All right, man.
Dan the Man Cunningham says, "We're going to miss Crying Ryan." We're gonna miss that name, man. What a great name, Jim Ryan. We could put literally anything in the middle, and it would rhyme. You know, any adjective in the middle, and it would rhyme. So yeah. Let's see. So the question I have is PlayStation collecting money right now? You know, it's going to be hard going forward, and its remake time and time do not profit over 200 million USD games. I think PlayStation is always collecting money. For a long time, Sony was funded entirely by PlayStation for about a 10-year period. So I don't think they're doing terrible. I think they're doing great. I hate the new Slim design, but you know, I have an OG PS5. I'm not updating.
I don't even own a PS5, so who knows? Maybe I'll get the Slim. Probably not, but I could.
She's gonna get the Slim and then pay $30 extra for the stand. And
no,
then
the heck with the stand. I don't need the stand.
And then PlayStation I think is doing fine.
I'll go to Goodwill and I'll buy some bookends.
Bookends.
For like $2.
That's right. Yeah, I think PlayStation's doing fine. They're definitely collecting money. They wouldn't be in business if they weren't. You know, Sony in Japan, you know, PlayStation might be headquartered in the US, but Sony's still headquartered in Japan. And in Japan, you know, those overlords do not mess around with money. I mean, it is business. You either bring it in or you don't. You either bring it in, have a plan to bring it in, or you don't exist. Like, you think we're cutthroat, you should go to overseas. They are not afraid to shutter billions of dollars. Just saying. And bury it forever and never think about it ever again. So I think PlayStation is doing great. And they should be doing great. Nobody wants them to do bad. I certainly don't. I have a PlayStation. I have games I play on it and that I get hyped for. Like I'm not super hyped about Spider-Man like my nephew is, but you know, God of Wars, try to control my hype. You won't. I love God of War. So just saying, there are some games that PlayStation have that are just, you know, you can't deny the greatness. So let's see. Jesse Darby Watts. And a Dreadpool game and Transformers. Yes, Transformers. Let's see. So if PlayStation was happy with PlayStation 5 sales, would they focus on PC games? Are they focused on PC games? Everything's coming to PC 2 years later. A year to 2 years later. So I don't think they're really focused on it.
I would say they're more focused on it because that used to be a conversation they wouldn't even entertain. You know, like, no, our stuff's never going there. And now it's like, yeah, it's going there eventually. You know, so I feel like, you know, there has been more focus on it. I wouldn't say it, you know, it's not like the main thing they're thinking about, but they are, you know, this style of doing it.
I think the console market has reached the saturation point. You are not going to get more people to buy consoles this generation than bought last generation. Not enough to really grow your business and to do that. So I do think you need to diversify as a whole. And, you know, PC is prime for expansion. I mean, it's not the competition technically. PC gamers are their own breed of gamer. Trust me, if you've ever talked to a PC gamer, they think very little of us console gamers.
Yeah.
Right? They are their own thing.
And they're been elitist, you know. I you know, trust me. I'm running.
You think you have egos? Just talk to PC gamer.
I'm running the PC gamers that have like 3080s, and they're like, "Oh man, my PC, it's no good. I gotta upgrade." I'm like, "You got a 3080? You don't need to upgrade. I'm still running a 1080." And my Assassin's Creed Mirage, I own the PC version of Assassin's Creed Mirage, and my old 1080 can play that brand new game on the highest settings, no problem. And you're gonna tell me your 3080 isn't good enough? Get out of here! You're full of it.
You're probably getting less than 100 frames per second. You scrub.
You know, I mean, I could, and you know, I guess if you're someone who only plays, you know, like your, you know, Call of Duty, like your competition shooters, and you need everything to be, you know, super flipping fast, then I guess. But my gosh, man, I feel like they've created this scenario that you have to like upgrade your PC like every 3 years, and it's not true. Like my PC's
3
over
years.
7
I was under the impression it was 2.
You know, like my PC is over 7 years old and it still holds up just fine. All right, just fine. So like they gotta calm down.
Yeah, no. PC gamers, I mean, if you think gaming is expensive as a console gamer, you don't know PC gamers. Just saying, like, you are in a breed of your own in PC gaming. Just saying. And nothing's wrong with them. You know, they can play on the platform they choose. That's the platform they choose. So, yeah, I think it's going to be fine. And, you know, again, the console market is saturated at this point. It's not growing anymore. So, yeah. Let's see. Whoever is the next CEO, I think we'll find a nickname for whoever it is. Absolutely, we will. Let's see. Terry, you will not ban.
What was he saying?
I have no idea what this is.
That was in reference to something else. I forgot.
Let's see. Pixel Slapper. Let's go back.
Oh, that was for me buying the Slim. That's what that was.
Oh,
that was for when I said I might.
Okay. Terry, you will not buy it. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah.
That was for the Slim. Yeah, no, honestly, I have no interest in getting a digital only console until that's the only option that is available. So if I ever do get a PS5, mine's gonna have a disc drive in it. So.
Well, now the PlayStation Transformer Edition is out. You know. Let's see. Dreadpool says Terry will just pay $30 for a paperclip stand.
Yeah, military grade. You know that thing came
military
out.
Grade, yeah,
it's gotta be military grade.
Yeah, Chair Walker, I saw this too. Someone was saying that PlayStation and Nintendo should team up to fight Xbox. Very salty. Yeah, they're starting to see the juggernaut.
Nintendo's not
Xbox
interested.
is being that big that they are. They didn't know what they were messing with. You know, they kicked that giant.
Yeah, but you know. Nintendo, they're happy doing their own thing. They're not interested in any of that nonsense. You know, they're just doing their own thing.
And let's see. Jesse Darby says, right now I hope Sony gets a CEO that's like Phil Spencer because they need some change. Yeah, I hope they get someone that at least knows how to hold a controller.
I would love to be able to love the PlayStation again. You know, they lost my love a long time ago. I would love for them to get to go in a direction to where they could bring me back into the fold. But no,
I didn't read this before I put it on, but it's too late now. We must roll with it. Walter Lagarde says Sony has run out of games to remaster, so they had to remaster the PlayStation 5s and sell it again. Oh, burn. Sick burn. That was pretty good. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Let's see. And Jason Max says my PC can't run Minecraft. It freezes. It's okay, Jason Max. You got an Xbox. Xbox is number 1. Play it on there.
It's true.
Yeah. In the 90s, we used to upgrade our PCs every 3 months. Yeah, facts. In the 90s, it was so fast. It was crazy. A new better graphics card came out every 3 months, and it was significantly better than before. In the 90s. I mean, PC tech was advancing at such a rate in the 90s, it was crazy. Yeah. Let's see. If Terry waits, she might be able to get it for $200 at the end of our generation. Used. Happy Cloud Gamer, we need competition. That's right. Satya Nadella, he said, you want to have competition? Let us have competition. Ka-chow, ABK Acquisition. Ka-chow. Bethesda Acquisition. We'll see where it goes from there. Let's move the topics right along, guys. By the way, chat, we really love engaging with you guys. That's why we read all these comments, even though some of them are console worry, but it's okay. As long as you don't call out anybody specific, we're okay. Bashing the media, I'm okay with it. Bashing companies, I'm okay with it. Bashing other people, I'm not okay with it. Splendifer says that Xbox is going after Nintendo. That would be the day. They're trying again. And shout out to RWK88. Good morning, y'all. Hey, thank you so much for joining us, RWK88. You are the real MVP. All right. So
don't forget, one of the best games ever made. Ubisoft and Mario. All right. Ubisoft and Nintendo, but Mario Rabbids. Awesome games. Play them.
Yes. Oh, that's going to be now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. How do I want to say this? I'm writing a thing. All right. You know what, Terry? I'll let you read this while I type. Okay, guys.
Okay.
So this is Bobby Kotick is stayed on as the CEO of Activision Blizzard, but Terry, take it away for a minute.
Okay, let me spit my gum out so I can do this. Okay.
Yes.
Today marks a milestone in our company's celebrated history. Combining with Microsoft will bring new resources and new opportunities to our extraordinary teams worldwide. It will also enable us to deliver more fun, more joy, and more connection to more players than ever before. This moment is possible because of your efforts over 4 decades to innovate, inspire, and achieve. When Brian Kelly and I began this journey in 91, we intended to build a company that would have great impact and lasting value. Your tireless work and unwavering commitment to excellence enable us to do just that. In the 80s, we pioneered independent third-party game development with Pitfall, River Raid, and Kaboom. In the 90s, we united the world with online multiplayer games like Mech Warrior, Warcraft, and StarCraft.
All right, hold on. Let me move it. Okay.
In the 2000s, we introduced Call of Duty, which became one of the most successful entertainment franchises in history. We also introduced Guitar Hero and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which entered popular culture in ways few video games ever have. In the 2010s, we debuted Candy Crush Saga, which to date has been downloaded more than 5 billion times and contributed to our total worldwide players being 50% female. Yeah, women don't play games, everybody. Remember that. All right. Your dedication is what makes it possible for us to continually push envelopes, break records, and delight players. Amid the uncertainty of the last 21 months, you've remained focused, as always, on serving our players and supporting each other. I have long said that I am fully committed to helping with the transition. Phil has asked me to stay on as CEO of ABK, reporting to him, and we have agreed that I will do that through the end of 23. We both look forward to working together on a smooth integration for our teams and players. Brian and I couldn't be more excited for the next chapter of ABK. We now join one of the most successful global companies, poised for unprecedented opportunities to connect the world through our games. As part of Microsoft, we will be even better together. Bobby.
Bobby. All right, so a lot of stuff.
Man, there was a lot. There was so much touting, and like this whole letter was literally him just gloating.
Yes, absolutely. It
All
is
the gloating.
100% him gloating. So Splendiferous feels the same way I feel. Boo! Bobby Kotick is trash. I want him gone so bad. I think he is one of the worst CEOs in the world.
Oh, goodness.
He let his company get toxic, get sued by the state of California, get lots of lawsuits. They have settled out of court over sexual misconduct. And Bobby Kotick, I just think, is a trashy individual all the way around. I don't like it at all. He trashed Game Pass. If you recall, he trashed Game Pass. He said he didn't want to sell, but thankfully the shareholders did. All that stuff. It's just, the first thing Phil should have done was give Bobby Kotick his parachute and get him out. Just get him out of there. RWK says, I figured Bobby Kotick would stay on. He can get games made. And Bobby Kotick knows how to threaten people's lives to get games finished. Wow. Jesus. That's exactly why he needs to go. Let's see. Women are always playing games. I'm going to assume that means women are always playing video games.
Playing those mind games.
That's right. quit playing games with my heart. Let's see. If you ain't first, you're last. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right here. Dan the Man Cunningham. When a company has a Cosby room, it's time to clean house. Yeah, and that is going to be a mountain of a task. A mountain of a task for Phil Spencer. I am against keeping Bobby Kotick. Now, it is only 2.5 months left in 2023, so hopefully at the beginning of the year, Bobby Kotick takes his golden parachute, gets out of our lives forever, and we will be able to finally have peace in the gaming streets. Terry, what do you think? Should Bobby Kotick take his golden parachute and get out of here?
I mean, I feel like it makes sense. I feel like that, you know, that there's, I'm sure there's some sort of contractual agreement that he's just fulfilling. That's the only reason why he's staying to the end of the year, because it makes sense. So yeah, I understand how you want him gone now, but I feel like there's probably some, legal agreements that have to be, done. So he has to finish the year, and then they can start fresh. And who knows? I don't know. I'm wondering who they're gonna put there.
Probably Mike Ibarra, or I'm gonna guess Mike Ibarra, who is CEO of Blizzard, right? Mike Ibarra would be a good ad, and he knows how Microsoft works.
Yeah. So
he could very well be the best, most recognizable face. But we will see. We will see. So Dreadpool reporting from the street, letting us know what Bobby Kotick's golden parachute looks like, because of course he made $400 million off this deal. $400 million. This guy's money. Golden parachute is, and that's just what he made on stock shares. And let's not forget his golden parachute when he gets out. Let's check it with Dreadpool to check in on this golden parachute. What does it look like, Dreadpool?
It's muted.
Good thing you told me. Hold on. Let me. Oh my gosh, you're right. It is muted. Share audio. There we go. Now it's there. Okay, here we go. Once again, Dreadpool, take it away.
What does Bobby Kotick's parachute look like? What does Bobby?
There you go. What does Bobby Kotick's parachute look like? Shout out to Dreadpool. Yeah, I think he's scummy. I think he's terrible. I don't like the fact that Bobby Kotick is staying on as CEO for a while. Yeah. And shout out to Crispy Rambo, who says it was most likely in the contract that he had to stay on for a certain period of time. Yep. Yeah. Dreadpool vetoed you. Yeah. So I'm not a big fan of Bobby Kotick. I don't think I've been very shy on my distaste for the man. I think he's terrible. So there, Terry, what do you think he should just leave?
See, I don't have any emotional attachment. So for me, I don't have a problem with him just fulfilling whatever contract he has and then just, finish off the year. I mean, the year's almost done. Like, we're already halfway done with October. It means he only has 2 more months. Like, I feel like we've survived with Kotick, in power for this long. We can go another 2 months. It's not the end of the world. Let him finish. Let him finish the year.
Let him finish. All right, so let him finish. Let's see how the chat feels. Should Bobby Kotick finish out? Let's see. Terry, how does the chat feel?
All right, 60% said this is just a transition. It's cool, man. 40% said, yeah, he's toxic. Get him out of there. And 0% said he's amazing. 0 said he's amazing. So, yeah.
So, not a great reputation for Bobby K. But you know what? Enough of that negativity. I just wanted to talk that Bobby Kotick was staying on. And to me, that sucks. That just sucks for me. But otherwise, I think we're doing fantastic. But now that this is over, Terry, the wallet is open again. Let's talk next acquisition.
Oh boy.
Now, the internet was kind enough to provide us some fantastic. I think maybe did I share it? Did I save it? I thought I had it. No, I lost it. Okay. Oh wait. I think I shared it to my good buddy Doggy. I think I did. Yep, here it is. So the internet was kind enough. This comes from Japa Artists. So shout out to Japa Artists who made this acquisition list. So here we go. Going up the tower. Let's see who is next. Bethesda,
Mortal Kombat.
Activision Blizzard, and it looks like Sega is up next on the tower.
Oh
But
my
Terry,
God.
that's who he thinks. Who would you want them if you could pick one acquisition target, either a publisher or just a developer? Who do you
Honestly,
think?
right now with the amount of effort it took to get, ABK, that I feel like they're not going to go with any big powerhouses right now. They're going to go with something a little bit smaller. So honestly, I think that they might take this opportunity since Embracer Group is kind of piecing stuff out. They might be able to snatch up some of the studios that they're selling over there. So maybe we can get like was it Gearbox and some of the other ones that they're kind of trying to sell off. That's probably.
Oh, so you think they could rescue some from?
I think that that would make more sense. Yeah, I think it'd make more sense to buy them cheap off of Embracer. That way, because they can't go after a big entity right now. They have to let the heat die down, before they can do something like that. So I think it makes more sense to just go up with Embracer and buy off some of the stuff that they're unloading.
So you're
that makes
thinking
more sense.
buy not an entire publisher, but maybe a studio from that publisher and maybe some IPs.
Yeah. So like, I don't know who they're, because I know Embracer shut down a couple studios. And I think they're selling some, so maybe they can buy some of those.
I think they're shopping Gearbox, as you said, but I think Crystal Dynamics is still the creme de la creme in Embracer.
Yeah,
Group.
I would love. Oh my gosh!
If they got Crystal Dynamics,
if
I think it would be.
Dynamics got picked up, that would be amazing for me. As you know, I really love what they've done with Tomb Raider. So if that became like a true Xbox IP, oh my gosh, like that'd be a happy day for me. So yeah, that's what I would like to see. So I feel like that would be more obtainable right now to do something like that than to go after a large entity. Because there's no way that the CMA and the FCC and all them are gonna want to go through this whole song and dance again so soon. So.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's just like, over at Microsoft, just saying, maybe a big publisher is not in the works. If they did get a publisher, Sega is always my choice, as I love Sega.
Splendiferous. Amazon does not own the IP. They have the rights to create the next game, but they don't own the IP.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Splendiferous says he wants Square Enix. Ooh, that would be a grab.
Ugh. They can keep that crap. I don't want it.
He also says the developers for Baldur's Gate. Oh, what's their name? Well, Baldur's Gate technically has had 3 different developers. Baldur's Gate 1 was developed differently. Baldur's Gate 2, Baldur's Gate 3. All of them are different. So I'm assuming you mean Baldur's Gate 3 developers who did Pillars of Eternity. Who are they? Somebody help me in the chat.
I don't know who did Pillars of Eternity, but I would want the same ones. Yeah, Larian is the ones who.
Larian, yeah, there you go. That's who they are. Larian.
I would be for Larian because they also did Divinity. And
Divinity, yeah, sorry, not Pillars. Yeah, Divinity.
So
you're right.
I would support Larian. I think that would be a great catch, but yeah.
I don't think they want to be bought though.
I don't think they want to be bought either. That's why that's why I'm sticking with playing it safe, and I think Embracer right now makes the most sense because they're closing and selling, so that makes the most sense to just make some deals with them.
Yeah. Let's see. He says, Crazy Greek Dude says the Metro Exodus team, who is now owned by Embracer.
Yeah, they could grab that one if Embracer wants to sell it.
Yeah. Who made a Metro Exodus? Was it People Can Fly?
I think it might have been.
No, People Can Fly did. I forget that Square Enix game that came to Game Pass. I forget.
Bulletstorm?
No. It was
There
the
was
one that
they did Bulletstorm, but then they did that new one that Outriders or whatever.
Outriders. Yes, thank you. That
Yeah.
one. Yes, thank you. That
Who
one.
Bulletstorm? That game's old. That means that game should have gotten a sequel.
If you want to play Bulletstorm again, play it on VR. It's very different. All right, Bulletstorm was developed by. Let's see, developed by 4A Games. Yeah, 4A Games is owned by Embracer.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. They can get Bulletstorm too then.
Yeah.
Bring him on
Let's
into
see.
the fold.
RWK88 says, I believe under $4 billion, nothing has to go through regulators. I thought it was 5, but yeah. Yeah, let's see. Back from the Dead says, Capcom, Sega, and NetherRealm. Yeah. NetherRealm from WB. They're only good developer right now they have. Let's see. Get Crystal Dynamics and Iron Galaxy. Ooh, what does Iron Galaxy have? Anybody know? Iron Galaxy. Let's
They
go.
sound familiar, but I can't place it.
Iron Galaxy. American video game developer. Let's see. Original works. Racketeer. Dive Kick. Killer Instinct Season 2. Hey, there you go.
Oh, Killer Instinct. Okay.
Extinction and Rumbleverse.
I liked Extinction.
Yeah.
It was good.
And they ported a lot of games. So yeah, they worked on Metroid Prime Remastered and The Last of Us Part 1. So yeah, these guys have the experience. Let's see. Splinter says, no, Axel, I don't want Square Enix, but I think that's who they will go after before Sega. I want Sega. Yeah, Sega for sure. Let's see. I can see Xbox owning Sega. The top dog there remembers who dropped the bombs, and that's who would bring Dishonor to Japan. How could it bring Dishonor to bring money? Let's see. And I would personally want them to get Kemco. Who's Kemco? Have you heard of this? Kemco. Japanese
I've heard
Japanese
Camco,
video
I
game
think.
developer.
Or Namco. Namco I've heard of.
No, Kemco. Let's see. See list of Kemco games. Holy cow. Started with Space Hunter. Let's get to something more recent. All right, here we go. Kemco hasn't made anything since 2004.
Oh, gosh.
Starting with Jaeger on the Xbox, Rogue Ops, Eggmania, Mech Platoon, Top Gear games. So they haven't made anything in a long time. So Kemco might be defunct now.
They're probably gone. Those IPs are probably owned by someone else now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. An American company taking over a Japanese company. Happens all the time, man. Happens all the time. Believe it or not, it's more common than you think. But yeah, no, I don't think I'll bring in a Dishonor personally. But I'm not Japanese, so I don't know much about the Japanese honor that they do. So there you go. Let's see. So who would I want? Has to be less than $4 billion. So Sega's out. Square Enix maybe, because their sales just haven't hit.
Yeah, and they've already you know, offloaded a lot.
I'm gonna go with Doggy here. Asobo has been doing the Lord's work over on Xbox side. You know, the Flight Simulator looks great. They also they've worked with Xbox for a long time, so I feel like Asobo is kind of more of a natural fit. You know what? I'm gonna go with Doggy's choice. Asobo. I'm going with Asobo. Should be the next one they need to lock up. So yeah, Asobo. And look who the cat dragged out of bed. Shout out to Eternal Shaddai. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Jason Max says he wants Avalanche Games. Avalanche Games would be good too. Yeah. All right, so there you go, guys. That is the ABK acquisition in a nutshell. Just, you know, a little iconic video games style. But I think that we're gonna get out of here for today. Again, thank you guys so much for joining in. We wouldn't be able to do this show without you guys, the chat, and that's why you guys, the chat, will always be the MVP to any of the shows we do here on the Iconic Video Games channel. With that being said, we're gonna get out of here. We will catch you next week. I'm Maxwell1324,
You know, cool cat Terry.
and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.